Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly Taroscope reading for May the 15th through to the 21st, 2017. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Tilly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of your positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Now, let's see what the energy is going to be for us this week. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is this feeling like we need to step into a path, an adventure, a new way of being, a new way of doing, a new way of becoming. Okay, that we are actually, something keeps popping up in our mind, or we get reminders of something that we used to do that we love, that it was a passion of, or things are starting to open up in certain areas of our life that we always wanted to go forward to, or we are thinking about the ways that we can expand our path so that we are stepping into our passions, our dreams of what we want to create in our life. We have the Lovers as our second card. So, growing. This could be more love in our life, absolutely. Growing relationships, growing them deeper, growing them stronger. Whether it is a lover or a partner or a best friend. People within the community, groups within the community. You could be seeing how you want to align yourself with certain friendships, certain partnerships, certain groups of people. Okay, this is deepening your passion, your desire of the dreams you hold for yourself, the goals that you want to set for yourself or you have set for yourself. We have the Tower card. The Tower card is always about dismantling something in our life in order to take it down to the basics so that we can rebuild, and we rebuild strong. So, well, the sun is moving out of your sign towards the end of the week and into Gemini, so we could be more looking at our financial structure, the things we have, our possessions, what it means to us, what doesn't mean anything to us, our attachment to things, the things we want to obtain in our life, the finances in which to do that. We have the King of Cups for the underlying energy. King of Cups is, our independence and our dependence, and bringing in the balance. Okay, he's the stereotypical dad. He goes out to work and earns a living to put food on the table, a roof over the head of the people he loves. So his dependence is their happiness, their joy. His independence is going out and creating that income. So where are you independent in your life, and where are you dependent? And is there a balance? Are there things that you need to be more independent in? Are there things that you need to be more reliant on others with? So sometimes we're looking at our pride and our ego when this card comes up in the underlying position. Bringing in the balance so we stand strong, and yet we're not claiming to be an island. Temperance is the overriding energy, and what I'm really getting from Temperance is it's reminding me of my dad, okay, and the temper part, okay. So he was a blacksmith, so he would temper the steel, he would temper the iron. And I remember being very little, well, not too little, but little enough, and I was helping him. He had a color chart to know how hot the iron was or the steel was, so how much he could bend it, how much he could twist it, how much he could shape it and create it into something new, depending on the color. And there was blues and greens and oranges and yellows and reds on the chart. And so we have to look at the aspects in our life and where we can bend, where we can't bend. Now, understanding where we can bring in balance in our life and where we are trying to bend hard, cold steel, and that it needs work, it needs time. We need time to temper that energy. in order to bring in the balance to be. So I think there's almost a patience in our steps this week, in understanding that some things will take time to evolve, and some of it will take work and perseverance in order to truly bring in the balance, that the balance can't be at the snap of a finger. We have the sun, so our light, with the Three of Wands, and we are really seeing the new path forward and how we can step into them and how it brings balance into our life. I mean, this reading is so much about the balance and the deepening of passions and dreams and desires and goals, and how we want to step forward. And is it a good decision for us to step forward in this energy, or is it dissipating our energy by doing that? Is it throwing us out of balance? Is it bringing balance in? Does it work us towards our goals and our dreams? Or is it something that needs to be left in the past? Or maybe we need to allow some type of healing into our life with the sun so bright. Maybe we need to grow our inner light more. For work and career, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is a balance card again. So we need to understand how much energy we are putting into work and career. And either we are lacking, or either we are trying to push against a brick wall. We need to back it up and see that there was a door to walk through the whole time, so to speak. So this is really finding the balance of work in our life, of not doing too much all the time so that other parts of our life suffer. Okay, because if you are constantly at work taking the overtime in order to grow the finances, or you're trying to impress somebody for a promotion, you're trying to get that report done on time. But if you continually do that, okay, eventually what happens is you get an imbalance in your relationships, in your health and well-being, your spirituality, because we are not donating enough time on a daily basis in our routines in order to have that balance. And we're not going to have true success in work and career if the other parts of our life are out of balance. So we need to bring things into balance, and that's when the ships start sailing in, when we find that balance. So it could be that we are not giving enough at work and or our career, or what defines us, and we are wasting our energies in other areas, and we need to regroup and actually turn our attention, our focus towards work and career with this card, or we have been giving it too much attention and we need to pull back a little bit. For love and relationships, we have the Seven of Swords, so we are really looking at our relationships in what we really need in order to go forward. What matters the most? So we're not really looking at the little details within the relationship of, well, if this relationship's going to work, you've got to take out the garbage every week. You've got to do the dishes twice a week. You've got to, all those little details. It's about, do we love each other? Do we support each other? Are we there for each other? Can we communicate with each other? Can we build dreams together? Okay, and really looking at the importance of the relationship and the important things within the relationship, and what's important to you and what you need out of the relationship in order to truly grow it forward, grow it deeper, grow it stronger. For our spirituality, we have the Eight of Wands. So this is where we get the aha moments, the epiphanies, through meditation, through prayer, of seeing the new pathways forward, of new opportunities coming in. So it could be by doing positive affirmations and, thanking God, our angels, our spirit guides, the universe, source, for what is to become in our life. To know that all we have to do is take the steps towards it. So this is definitely a week where positive affirmations, a mission statement for yourself, write one out. Say it every day. But through meditation, through prayer, that's when the true opportunities come to you. So whether, I would almost think it's more of a little epiphany or a big epiphany, or all of a sudden you get this idea out of nowhere and it just seems to all make sense so easily, and how it can go together in your life. So pay attention. I would almost journal your dreams, waking and sleeping, the little thoughts you get throughout the day, and seeing where the pattern lays. For health, well-being, we have the Devil. So we are leaving old habits behind. We are making promises to ourselves of how we're going forward. We are looking at what dissipates our energy and removing it from our life. This is where we can really gain a bounce in our step, really gain a vitality if we pay attention to what moves us into freedom, what moves us into a sense of liberation, of feeling good, of feeling well, of finding the joy in life and experiencing the joy in life and not letting the negative weigh you down as much. So looking towards the positive, creating the happy moments, the things that make you shine, the things that bring out your passions. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.